Running in circles, never leave me alone. Say I don't answer the messages or pick up my phone. Say we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Tell me your stories but don't leave out the lies, cause I know I got some problems and I'm open to mine. So we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Talking about somebody rolling, boulevard dining, making it count for efforts I can't explain.
So I almost cannot believe that I'm doing this right now. But again, I'm not prepared for good luck with this video and the channel in general, our channel. But on April 28th, that is the day that I officially decided to really start our channel. Now, you might be like, wait, hope, faith, love. Are you getting your hair tied, crossed, tied, or hair, whatever the expression is? Because your first ever video on this channel was on May 5th. The day after May the 4th? Yeah, I know it was. But the day that this channel truly came alive and to flourishing, it was on April 28th of 2020 last year. On this date last year, it was the day I really did finally decide that I needed to say something about Star Wars, you know? Rights also go to Lucasfilms and Disney. I was really pissed, you know? Being a long time, you know, hardcore Star Wars fan, and just really growing up in my household who basically all love Star Wars, and falling really just falling in love for the comics, Legends, a lot more than the canon ones, in all fairness, but really in particular just all of them. You know, it breaks my heart to see how they wasted such money and wasted such characters by just rushing the story, and to see what that Duel of Fate script really was and where we were really going. I mean, come on. No, Duel of Fates, I didn't hear the script get read by Star Wars Theory, who is also on YouTube. Amazing channel. Check them out. Content's amazing. He is great. Okay. Like, we're the to podcast my life when I have the time to sit and listen to it. Trust me, love them. But I had heard the rumors, gossips, and some of the script had gotten actually officially released online, but not all of it, as like a teaser and a preview. So seeing that did kind of make me like, oh, this was going to be really good. But I also had this general understanding that because The Last Jedi was made, that we were not going to get there. I knew that. I also had a very good understanding that they basically rushed everything. You know, they rushed Game of Thrones. It's also go to creators of that to get Rian Johnson to direct the movie. They rushed directing and making and filming the movie. Okay, Rian Johnson is a really great director. Let me put that out there. When it came to Star Wars, no, it wasn't the best. But that wasn't exactly entirely his fault. The script got rushed. So it is what it was, unfortunately. Okay, Carrie Fisher could only do so much to try and, well, clean up the script. She legally couldn't fix the script. If she could, it wouldn't have been like that. Trust me, we all know that. Rian Johnson could only do so much as a director. And where he did put in detail, I did appreciate it. Okay? I appreciate the detail taken into the filming space. It was cinematically beautiful. It was. The plot itself is terrible, but it's not like he was the one who wrote the script. And it's not like the scriptwriters had any fair chance in this. They were working on a different story and were forced to speed it up, which is totally unfair. Just to honor a timely tradition, so then Disney could make a lot more cash during Christmas time, or basically just the winter holidays, though they already do. But, I mean, that was the Disney's exact and Lucasfilm exact decision. So, we kind of had to live with that. I understood that. I knew that fully. So, after that, movie was created. I didn't have any hate for him as a director. I didn't have any hate for the script writers or really strongly disliking them. I had no hate for the actors or the film crew. That movie was good. The plotline sucked. That was what it was. And it wasn't that the writing was bad. It was that the writing got rushed. Everything got rushed. Everything about that movie was fine, except it got rushed. So, I mean, look, I don't know what was up with the whole entire painting out Poe to be really, really not the hero that we saw him in the first movie. But trust me, if you know anything about the Disney and Lucas Civil War that's going on, you all know that it was probably about the Force is female, which is just the most stupidest movement ever. We already have amazing Force wielders and Jedi and Sith who are female and are total baddies and can literally kick some true butt any day. Okay, like we have Ahsoka Tano. Okay, we have the Seven Sister. Also, kind of somewhat like theorized to be Barriss Offee, who was unfortunately made a monster because of the Jedi Council. Oof. I mean, we got tons of people. I mean, we got Maz as well. Like, we have Leia. Leia's amazing, you know. And even though we have people who aren't Force wielders, but are still strong females in there, like Padme Amidala, okay? We have tons of really great female characters in there. That whole entire movement literally was just downplaying all the really great characters that George Lucas made, which made me really angry. Because, dude, those characters are amazing. And Rey gets cheated out of any type of character development. And the only reason why we all understand why Luke was so not like Luke in that movie now is because of the Mandalorian. And that's understandable. Because that was probably always going to happen. That was in the plan. But I mean, Reylo forced. It wasn't natural. Okay, people shipped it. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, if Reylo happens, it happens. I like it. Okay, I like it like if it happened naturally. But like it didn't. They forced it. And it wasn't like Anakin and Padme, okay? You know? And it did not look like it could be really one of those possible ships after we got to The Last Jedi. Because it was just forced. I mean, it wasn't like Ahsoka and Rex type, these two ship, I ship it, maybe, type thing. Like, every character just got cheated. And to see how amazing Star Wars Rebels was, because, thank you, Jon Favreau. To see Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni literally make Star Wars Rebels just with everyone else there. To see Sabine and Hera and Zeb and Ezra and Kanan. To have your moments where you see Ahsoka and Rex. To get Callus. Who the heck knew that Callus was a secret Fulcrum agent? No one saw that coming, but when it came up, it was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That actually makes sense. And to have Thrawn there just being the big baddie the whole entire time, it was like, yes! Like, we're getting revenge here. But to ultimately go into that theater for The Rise of Skywalker, knowing that this is the best that you can get, because Duel of Fates is no longer possible just because of how The Last Jedi went. No matter what we do. And unfortunately, Carrie Fisher and her daughter had passed on. So we just didn't know who was actually going to play our Princess Leia, you know. And so I very much respect the fact that they took all of these clips of Carrie Fisher that were pre-recorded and they inserted it into the plot. And that The Rise of Skywalker actually somewhat made sense. I also enjoyed it because it was Palpatine instead of Darth Plagueis. You want to fight me? Don't, because Darth Plagueis is way too smart to come back being like, I'm going to be immortal. If you know anything about Darth Plagueis, you know that he's a smart person. You know he believes in the rule of two. You know that he's not going to come back and make a Force dyad just to drain them both of energy to feed it to themselves to be immortal. He knows the actual way to be immortal from the Jedi books. He also knows that he's never going to let go of his, possession and possessiveness and the things that he loves just to be around forever. Okay? He knows how to be a Force ghost, but he's like, I'm not doing that. So why the heck would he come back? He wouldn't, which is why Palpatine would. Because only Palpatine is crazy enough to do something like that. Which is why I respect them doing that. Which is why I respect the whole entire movie in general. Especially what they have Lando say. There are always more of us than there are of them. That has been so true for every single trilogy in this whole entire series. From the Republic era to the Empire era to the New Republic era to the time of the First Order. Those words have held true to the fact that we get to see Poe being the hero he was painted out to be and supposed to be. To get some redemption there. To also get some real redemption, I feel, for just the story in general. Every other character. Rey and Kylo got wronged completely. They didn't have enough character development. And it didn't make sense that she was the granddaughter of Palpatine. Really. Okay. It didn't. Not really. Palpatine was just the appropriate villain for this. But I can't hate the movie because this is the best we can get. This is the best that we can all possibly get. I know that. I go into the movie theater knowing that. I leave the movie theater knowing that. I watched the trailer knowing that. And the movie itself was cinematically beautiful. So who am I to complain? I'm not. I know that. But still in my heart, these characters need redemption. That's what I'm thinking. So, of course, what do? I basically, in the thick of whatever this is we're calling it. In the thick of the pandemic. Believe it's true or not. We get to April and I'm a vlogger, which is weird. Trust me, I know it was weird. Okay, I was actually doing pretty good, okay? Like, I was vlogging. I was good at it. Not the thing I liked the most. Trust me, but I wasn't completely, cringy. I also knew what I was doing as well this time. But I just had to say something. So, on this night of April 28th, I get up middle of the night and basically have a full-on rant / discussion about how they're going to basically be able to change canon back, which was very, very simple. The way that they would do it was by using the world in between worlds. And I'm really mad because I deleted the video, I think, after I uploaded it. And I also just deleted the video off of YouTube. So it's somewhere, but I don't have it anymore. And it's a really good canonical explanation of just everything and how they're going to use legends and how we're going to have Marge Jade Skywalker come back and we're just all going to be screaming yes. But from that night and that day forward, I knew, okay, something, no. This is, no. This is This is not, like, what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not supposed to be vlogging. Like, I finally figured that out. I finally figured out what I was supposed to really be doing on YouTube the next morning. The next day. Yeah, that's insane. But, yeah, that's what happened. Basically, I woke up, you know, I don't have to go to school today. So, it's the weekend. It's a Saturday. I go downstairs, and I'm watching The Mandalorian. And what happens is pretty simple. I watched, not The Mandalorian, but The Gallery, talking about in the making of The Mandalorian. Every word I'm hanging on to, every literal discussion, every time they talk about how they do the classic red and blue silhouette and how Mando just walks in and how they took the cinematography. I'm hanging on to literally every single word like a crazy person. Sorry, excuse my parents in the background who are being very unnecessarily loud. But yeah, pandemic. So here we are. But, you know, we get here. I'm hanging on to every word they say for these literal, 1 hour episode. And, you know, it's a Saturday. I want to do something else with my life. So, you know, I stop it. And then I go and I see one of my, you know, I see one of my favorite creators of edits pop up, right? And then I see an edit, right? So I click on the edit, I watch it, and I'm all like, why can't I do something like this? Like, why can't I do something like this? Like, I keep continuously asking myself that, which is crazy because I kind of do this for a couple of days, you know? And here we are, I'm just like thinking, why can't I do something like this? Literally, Sunday, okay, now it's Monday, you know? And here we are, like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm back at online school. And I'm still thinking the same exact thing, you know? I'm vlogging, but I'm still thinking the same exact thing. Like, why can't I do this? You know, it's May the 1st, it's May the 2nd, May the 3rd, then Thursday rolls around, and it's May the 4th be with you time. Yeah, I know, Cinco de Mayo, but you know, like, that comes on the 5th, but it's May the 4th, and May the 5th comes next, so me and my family kind of have this weird, funny inside joke where it's like, May the 5th, Revenge of the Sith. So we had to watch that, of course, and eat tacos because they're delicious at the same exact time. And so Clone Wars is starting to wind down. But on this day of Thursday, I literally, like, I watched it and I decided, okay, why can't I do something like this? Like, this is insane. This is insanity. Like, this is crazy. So what did I do? What I did was the only logical thing I could do. The only logical thing I knew I could do. I went on Insta. I got tons and tons of Raylo pictures to make a Raylo edit. I went on to Instagram story and I made a whole entire Raylo edit of one of my favorite songs at the time, which, please don't copyright me, but it was Stuck With You, made by Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande, and it was super adorable, because it's the beginning of the pandemic or whatever we're calling this. Everyone was like, kumbaya, we're all stuck at home. We have to be with each other. My kid has already driven me insane. It's like, what, day 5 or something? Yeah. But you know, that song was like, we're all with each other. Let's like be family and spend time with each other and stuff and just like not hate each other instead. Yeah. The song no one thought you would need, but the song we definitely all needed because, you know, how it is when you're stuck with your brother, your sister, your cousin in the back of the car driving somewhere for 11 or 12 or 10 or even, I don't even care, like 30 minutes. And they're being absolutely, like, unstandable. Like, so obnoxious. Like, you know that feeling. So that song was basically like, how about we not be obnoxious? How about we don't get annoyed so easily? And how about we just all enjoy each other's company? So it was really heart-touching. So, you know, I make it. And at the time, I didn't have another app except to edit in, really, except, well, iMovie. Insane, right? So I basically made these pages, and back then, Insta Story I don't think actually had the option for making multiple pages. So I actually went on and I just had to remember where I last was with that song and make another one and make another one. And I lined them all up in the iMovie and I exported it, which is what I did for actually pretty much all of my first edits. Insane. I know, right? I didn't find Vlogstar for a while, but I did it. I watched through it. I was like, well, look, that's cool. And then something crazy when it came over me. I was like, nope, this needs to go. This needs to go. So what did I do? I took down, like, I didn't take down the channel. What I did was I deleted all the videos on the channel. All of them. Including the way that Disney could save Star Wars, which was its literal name. Yeah, I went there. I deleted that. I changed my name to Hope Edits because I was not yet Hope Love or even Hope Faith Love yet. And what did I do? I uploaded my first Raylo edit. And from that day on, every Monday through Thursday, I would do an edit and I would upload it. And that's how we begun our channel, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, I did. That's what I did. And I was really super into Star Wars continuity, canon and legends. Heck, I like literature a lot. So it was like the comics and listening to people review and talk about comics or listening to audio comics just over and over again, even not to just get the gist, but like get more of it. Just for my own pure entertainment, take more from it, get a lot of knowledge, and I just enjoyed it so much. And so one thing led to another. It led to my first fanfic, The Shadows of Rey, and insanely enough, now here we are today. I mean, I started on iMovie and just basically erasing all of these videos on this old channel and just remaking it ours. And it did take a while, of course, to get up and running as a channel with a community, really, and a community outreach. When it came to the editing, I got right in. I understood it. I knew everything I was doing. I didn't have to watch anybody else. I went for it. I did it. I ended up here. Yeah, here, where I read fan fiction, my own fan fiction, write my own fan fiction, and read it, and make 2 Voltron Legendary Defenders fan fictions so far, and, well, currently working on one of those, but that's insane. Plus comic dubs and getting into Damien and rights also go to DC and the Pat Bros, and it was just absolutely crazy. And the craziest thing is all to think that if you told me 2 years back that I would sit on a step and literally have a rant and just talk about why I love, The Rise of Skywalker just for being all it literally could have been, and that being my epiphany moment of what I need to do with my life. If you told me that 2 years ago, I think you're crazy. You tell me that, okay, 8 years ago, I'd say you're sane, because I knew myself, and yeah. But, you tell myself, even in the beginning of 2020, that I was going to be doing that, I look at you like you would be crazy, because I would not think that. Trust me, nobody would even believe that any of what happened in 2020 or what is happening in 2021 was ever possible if we made it into a movie and shipped it back in time to 2019. You don't even have to ship it back to 2014, but we should, just to give them a heads up, It'd be nice to have a little bit of a warning. I think, But to know that, to see that, to have that feeling, that was what it was, And slowly, little by little, piece by piece, I made the Hope Love Show. I made my fanfic readings. I made my own schedule. I wrote. I recorded. I edited. I did it. And I kept doing it. And that's what it takes to build a YouTube channel. What it takes to build a community. People just think that it's such a overnight thing. Okay, no, it's not. What I mean by overnight is they think, oh, it only takes 1 month or only takes 2 months. No. The whole entire thing with YouTube is it's always going to ask you to evolve. It's always going to be you soul searching. All of us soul searching. And it's all about becoming and becoming and becoming. So, at first you do just start making content. Then you start, the community outreach. Then you just keep going with the content. And you'll eventually expand out into doing so many things. People will always tell you in the beginning of a YouTube channel that you need to niche. That's a lie. You don't need to niche anything. In the beginning of a YouTube channel, you just need to produce your main content. Like I did when I was Hope Edits, and then I changed my name to Hope Love after because I started doing fanfics. I made it edits and edits pretty much only. Why? Because that's what I was doing. That was my sum of content. That was everything. I made edits. And then, of course, I did, fan fiction. So I did edit, and then fan fiction on Thursdays, as well as doing an edit on Thursdays. Took Fridays off, like I always do. And I also had the Hope Love show on Fridays as I got a little bit deeper in the lore. And I just built off of that. That was the build. That was the base. That was the surf. That was the start, of this. You don't need to go and be like, how to be a YouTuber.com or something. No. What you need to do is just have a moment, have your epiphany or whatever, figure out what you want to do, make that content. You will build off of it. Have the skills and knowledge to know that you need to upload every day and how to create a schedule and to keep people engaged. And do it. And don't worry about engagement. Don't worry about subscribers. Worry about your content and your content only. Do that. You don't have to niche. You don't have to do whatever these other people tell you. Focus on your content first. Okay, trust me, I'll tell you, over the months, over the years, over the course of everything, you will learn how to promote yourself. You will learn how to put yourself out there, how to work with the algorithm. It isn't automatic and you don't have to do it automatically. People tell you that you do, but you don't. The way that you get a channel up and running is to start it and then be running, because we build up onto that slope. We keep going and we keep going and we keep going higher and higher and higher. You build up your stamina over the time and the course of things, of the years, of the months, the trials and errors, and you just see where that gets you. You can use that for literally anything, but I guarantee you, okay, I guarantee if you really do take this lesson, if you take even one thing out of this lesson to heart, you will find it. You will get there. Trust me. You will. You will. So, anyway, thank you so much, all of you here, for the amazing person that you have all given me, and lessons you've taught, the things you've said. All of you, every single one of you. All of you are important to me and mean a lot, OG or not, been here maybe since October or summer, or have just joined a little while ago. All of you. Because without all of you, I really do mean this would not be what it is. this community would not be what it is, because community is not a community without people. What makes a community is the people that we have and the people that are in it, and amazing faces that we all get to see here. The supportive type, the funny type, you know, the ones that help you get out of your shell, that inspire you to do and do. And the ones that look for your success and never your downfall. No one is coming for you. No one is going to come for you. As long as you keep your eyes on the real grand prize, you will never fall. And I hope that you take that message to heart, and you know what I mean. Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you so much. I'll see you on whatever next video.